All right, so these are my two hottest deals of the week in St. Petersburg, right around the $500,000 mark. So let's just jump right in. The first house is at 4318 First Avenue South. And if we're looking at the map, you can see the location is nearly perfect. It is dead center downtown. We're about 10 minutes from downtown St. Pete, and the closest beach, Treasure Island, is about a 20-minute drive. So this is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,836 square foot house, which is pretty rare in St. Pete, especially in this part of St. Pete. Most of the houses there were built around 1,100 or 1,200 square feet. So the first thing that's going to jump out at you is this right here. And if you're looking for a house in St. Pete, you should always start getting familiar with the price per square foot in every neighborhood. $281 per square foot in the Central Oak Park neighborhood is about $50 per square foot cheaper than the average. The only thing that concerns me is that it's unlikely this house was built as a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. But let's jump into the pictures and see what we can find here. So pretty nice curb appeal. I mean, this is all brand new stuff here. I mean, you can tell from the tape and the plastic on the front of the dishwasher and the stove that none of this stuff has been used, which is really nice. So we're talking about a brand new renovation here. Beautifully redone bathroom. Second bathroom also beautiful. Big open living space. So pictures look really nice. And kudos to the listing agent for getting a really, really good photographer to take some really nice wide angle pictures so you can get a real sense of the space here. So let's see if we can get into the bedrooms. There's 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom. There's the other bathroom. And this right here is probably the only thing that it's not a red flag per se, but this is a split unit air conditioning unit. And typically you're going to see those for a couple of reasons. One, sometimes people put them in their master suites. If they want to sleep with a lower temperature at night, then you can close the door and really crank this thing down without having to cool the rest of the house. The other reason you often see is there's a flat roof and there's no way to get ductwork up here. So I'm not sure if that's the case or not. And then I'm not even sure if this is the same bedroom. Let's see. No, so there's the 2 bedrooms are 2 bedrooms that have split unit ACs. Again, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It just indicates to me that we're probably looking at an addition here. That's how we got to the 1,800 square feet. So let's see if we can get to a picture of the outside. All right, so here we go. This is the back side of the house outside, and you can see that's a flat roof. So let's look at the floor plan real quick. And so we're coming into the front door here, and this was probably the entirety of the house at some point. This was probably the garage, and then either this was a Florida room or just an addition. So it looks like we've got a flat roof here and a flat roof here, and that's why you have that split unit AC. Again, not the end of the world. At this price, it's still pretty good, but I also noticed that this house is on First Avenue South. So the one downside, and we're going to see if we can get out to the main street here, and you'll see probably why this house is going for a little bit below average. And that is, this is the front. So there's the house right there. And this is the street you're on. So it's essentially 4-lane or 3-lane road with a bike lane. You do have street parking. It's a relatively low speed limit, but my guess is that this one's coming in a little bit lower than other houses in the neighborhood because it is on that busy street. So if that's acceptable to you, that would be certainly a reason to go look at this house. Just a couple of other little factors we want to look at. Low crime score here in this part of Central Oak Park. And then the other thing that you're going to really love, especially after last year's hurricanes, is this is the highest point in St. Pete. So it's in the X flood zone, which means no flood insurance is required. So, looking at the price, it came on the market end of January at $525. They're down $10,000 to $281 per square foot. I mean, this is something outside of the fact that it's on a busy street, you're going to have a really hard time finding a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house at this size, 1,800 square feet, for 515 or 281 per square foot. So that is house number 1. Now let's take a look at house number 2. So the second house is here at 1801 38th Street North, and it's a 2-2, almost 1,500 square feet for $320 a square foot. It's essentially one neighborhood over in the Disston Heights neighborhood. Now the average price in Disston Heights is $289, although that's a little misleading, to be honest with you. I haven't seen a whole lot of houses go under $300 a square foot there. But this is a 2-2, 1,484 square feet, and it has a brand new roof. Well, it's a 2-year-old roof, 3-year-old roof, 3-year-old AC, and the water heater was 2017. So the reason I think this one is such a good deal is obviously the bones are great, beautiful lot, nice flooring in there. And you can see this, you could argue, is a little bit outdated, the wainscoting, the natural wood. And then as you go into the kitchen, you can see these are older cabinets, looks like solid surface counters, and maybe newer appliances, older fridge. So you could probably do some renovations here. But otherwise, the house looks great. The bedrooms are good size. Again, bathroom looks like it would need a renovation at some point, or actually both bathrooms would need a renovation. And a big porch in the back, a big fence yard, and a 2-car garage. So, again, this is a no flood zone situation out here in Disston Heights. This house has had just a $20,000 price drop, if that's, I was reading that right. So just after 1 week on the market, essentially, they dropped the price by $20,000. So they must have gotten some feedback on that. And again, Disston Heights is right in the center of St. Pete. So you're talking about an ex-flood zone, so no flood insurance needed. And then if you look at the crime score, is a 3 out of 10. And typically anything under 5 is going to be good, although do your homework because things can vary within a neighborhood as well. So that's the 2 houses that I would say are the hottest buys of the week. $475,000 for a 2-2, almost 1,500 square feet in the center of St. Pete in the Disston Heights neighborhood at $320 a square foot. And then we had a $515,000, 1,836 square foot, $281 square foot for a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house. So if you're in the market for something in that price range, I am a realtor here in downtown St. Petersburg. Reach out anytime, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'd love to help you out. But if you're interested in something around the 500 range, I think these are the 2 that are on the market right now that you should probably take a look at.